Cleveland Browns is sitting at a bye week, man, but they are the talk of the town in the NFL. Now, we know last time we seen the Cleveland Browns, it was a massacre, bro. It was an ugly, ugly game they had in New England. You even had Mike Verbal taking shots at Kevin Stefanski. You got Kevin Stefanski saying no matter what, he's not taking Dylan out. You got reports coming out that Jimmy Haslam is demanding, allegedly, Dylan Gabriel.
Imagine waking up and realizing Shedeur Sanders just dropped a post so savage, it made his haters vanish faster than NFL scouts at a losing streak. This isn't just a post, it's a digital knockout. A masterclass in flexing without saying a word. Fans are losing it, critics are speechless, and the internet is melting down. What did Shedeur say? What did he mean? Oh, you're not ready for this level of confidence.
Many in Cleveland are wondering if Shedeur Sanders now deserves his own shot. Well, today, Kevin Stefanski was asked by Mary Kay Cabot whether he's considering the possibility of playing Shedeur. His response, the focus is where we are right now, Mary Kay. That's not my focus.
Hey,
Guys, can we stop asking these questions? Y'all know this man don't want to play Shedeur.
You know that. People, we know that. And people,
Yeah.
I see people, in the chat, not in the chat, but just in general, when we talk about the Cleveland Browns, they talk about
Yes.
The Cleveland Browns are on a bye week, but somehow they're still managing to trend like they just lost the Super Bowl in their sleep. You'd think a little rest would calm the chaos, but no, Cleveland doesn't do calm.
One thing I can tell you, and I find this very dope and interesting, Shedeur paying attention. Oh, man, Shedeur watching everything. Not only is he watching everything, he's letting his presence be known that he is watching everything, because he took to Instagram to like a post. And boy, oh boy, they definitely talking about this online, man. So shout out to ESPN Cleveland. We're going to react to their show today.
And right in the middle of that glorious mess sits Shedeur Sanders, sipping his drink and casually setting the internet ablaze with one silent, savage move. So picture this. The Browns just came off a massacre in New England that looked less like football and more like a crime scene. The kind of game that makes fans wonder if the scoreboard needs therapy.
it's what's the word? When they don't like someone and they doing them wrong. I forgot the word to use. But listen, we already know what the play was. They didn't want him. It was Andrew Berry.
Andrew.
It was Andrew Berry's pick. It wasn't the owner. It wasn't Stefanski. So this is exactly what they want. It seemed as if that someone forced their hand to take this pick, and they don't want to give him an opportunity to play the game.
Coach Kevin Stefanski swore he's sticking with Dylan Gabriel no matter what. Ownership allegedly wants a new plan, and somewhere in that storm, Shedeur quietly opens Instagram and taps like on a post, suggesting he should start after the bye week.
I'll explain this. Let's go back to the question you asked a few minutes ago. With some of those interviews, I would say it wasn't the lack of professionalism or being unprepared. He's never been unprepared. I think it was more so of a young kid getting comfortable and building a relationship with someone and probably trusting them a little too much, and going into a room with his guard down, not understand like, man, this is a job interview still, and they trying to pick you apart. Because you got to think the Giants and those teams, man, they've been in Boulder more than anybody.
That's it. No press conference, no statement. Just a little heart emoji that sent shockwaves through every sports desk in Cleveland. Meanwhile, Shedeur is probably just sitting back watching the chaos unfold with a grin that says, mission accomplished.
Well, it just seems to me what Kevin Stefanski said after he opened up Pandora's box, when he told everybody that Shedeur Sanders is not getting first-team reps. And then you make an excuse because he's not getting first-team reps because Joe Flacco is not there no more. Veterans not there no more. So basically, you're telling everybody that Shedeur Sanders is not getting no first-team reps. Dylan Gabriel is getting all the reps. He needs all the reps he can get as a young quarterback, which is true. So that's letting you know that you're trying to develop just one person.
The funny part? Cleveland is treating this one social media tap like he announced a coup. There are polls, arguments, think pieces, and even local radio hosts losing sleep over what a digital thumbs up might mean for the team's future.
Been there so much that almost to the point where he feel like, man, oh, we good. They have certain conversations off camera.
That's
like,
a good point.
Man, no, man, it's
Right.
So now when I go in that room, it's, oh, these my people. Yeah. You know, we good.
I never thought about it that. I never, like, if I'm, like, that's not the first time they ever met. Now, I'm going back and forth. They've been there 2 years since I was junior. Yeah. We'd have talked, laughed, and joked about stuff.
You told me I'm your guy?
Yeah, and then it's kind of like, but like you said, that's how it is in interviews. You got to remember at all times.
And honestly, you can't blame fans for clinging to hope. The quarterback situation in Cleveland has been a soap opera on repeat. They don't have quarterback controversies. They have quarterback traditions. One starts, one gets benched, one mysteriously hurts his back, and by week 6, the team's holding open tryouts at Starbucks. It's football's version of musical chairs, except the music never stops and nobody wins.
It is going to be an incredible moment in Browns history when their third-round pick falls flat on his face because he shouldn't have been a third-round pick. He should have been a sixth-round pick. And then they turn it over to the guy that's cost them 3 seasons already.
There is a world out there that exists where they go Dylan Gabriel and okay, we stop believing in him and we don't think Shedeur is ready. And I disagree with this a ton, but they just keep putting the message out there that he's not ready and he's not this, and I can only try to convince them so much. And so I am dying to find out.
So when Shedeur shows a little spark of life, of course, fans lose it. They've been starved for a quarterback who doesn't look terrified every time the pocket collapses. Shedeur's calm confidence stands out. He's got the composure of a guy who knows the chaos isn't his problem yet. That wasn't an accident. It was a calculated, calm flex.
And a very interesting back and forth with Mary Kay Cabot. She asked him some questions about Shedeur Sanders and the back tightness that held him out of yesterday's game. And some of the nuggets in there were quite interesting, if you ask me. So she said Shedeur mentioned in the locker room yesterday, either before or after the game, that it wasn't his decision not to be active in the game yesterday. Now, I know that's not always a big deal because obviously it is the medical staff and the coaching decision whether or not a player is going to be active and all that kind of stuff.
But behind the scenes? Oh, it's pure dysfunction. Reports say ownership wants one thing, the coach wants another, and somewhere between the two, Shedeur's just waiting for someone to figure out who's actually in charge. It's like watching divorced parents argue over who gets the kid, except the kid could throw a perfect spiral if someone just gave him the ball. Even analysts can't keep up. They're pointing fingers, making charts, and sounding genuinely confused about why the more talented quarterback is sitting on the bench while the team gets smoked week after week.
Talking about the media. You haven't earned the right to talk about the media yet. You haven't. Now, the second you go out there and you suck for any reason, the media is going to be all over you because you antagonize them unnecessarily. Why would you do that? And by the way, in a capitalistic society, I got news for you. Competition isn't restricted to the field of play or the court. Competition is everywhere in a capitalistic society. Some would argue it's everywhere globally. Everybody's competing.
You'd think the bye week would be the perfect time to evaluate, maybe give the rookie a chance. But no. Cleveland prefers to double down on dysfunction, and here's where it gets good. Rumors swirl that if Shedeur does start, they won't even announce it until the Friday before the game, like it's a top-secret military operation. Because nothing says confidence like hiding your starter until the last possible minute.
I think that they recognize if they made him the number 2 quarterback, then they would be setting him up to fail. Because, as you guys know, the number 2 quarterback gets almost no reps during the week. And that's especially the case if the starter is a rookie. They're trying to get Dylan Gabriel prepared to play in the game. They're trying to have him see every rep and every look he's going to see during the week of practice.
Somewhere, Shedeur is probably laughing, not in arrogance, but in quiet understanding that Cleveland's chaos only makes his calm look sharper. Fans are split right down the middle. Half want him to start immediately, the other half just want to survive another Sunday without crying into their nachos. But one thing's clear, Shedeur's not begging for the spotlight. He's letting the spotlight chase him. And that's what makes this story hilarious. The Browns' entire organization is having a meltdown over a player who hasn't said a word.
Everybody. Wall Street, Madison Avenue, the media. It doesn't matter. Corporate America, whatever you choose, everybody's in competition. You know why? Because the victors go to spoils. Everybody don't get to have. Everybody don't get to have. Everybody is vying for their own individual position. Everybody is looking to get paid. Everybody is looking to have their value elevated so they can elevate their quality of life.
So what do you think? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button if you caught the shade, and don't forget to subscribe, because this Browns drama is only getting wilder.